Hi everyone, Maxine here with Tink and I Treasures. Welcome back to my studio. Today we're going to make a little journal page decoration based on a picture or inspiration that I saw. I think it was Pinterest. So let's get going here. I have some paint. And I have a page from a scrapbook paper. This is Lavender Farm from Mintre Papers. It's beautiful paper. It really is beautiful paper. I made a whole journal using this paper, and I think this is the last sheet that I have. So let's get going here. This is probably going to be a long video. I hope not, but you know, mine tend to be because I don't edit. So you get everything. So this is some new paint that I got. It's Waverly Chalk. This is the lavender color. I just picked these up yesterday. So I thought, oh, well, let's see. Oh. Okay. So, I don't know. Should I use this? I've never used this. I got one of these, and I got one of those jelly pads. I've never used it. It's one of those things where, oh, I had to have it. I haven't used it. I don't know why. I watch, videos on how to do it, so I know how it's done. But I don't know why I just don't get it out and start playing with it. But yeah, this is working out really well, except I put down way too much paint. That's the interesting thing with these brayers is that it really spreads out the paint and covers everything really well, and you just don't need a lot of paint, which is great. As long as you can kind of get the feel for, I hope I'm in frame, get the feel for how much paint you need and when it is too much. So yeah, this is awesome. I like this. Of course, it's not why I bought the brayer, but hey, if you can use it for other things, why not, right? Okay, so this needs to dry. So this is our back piece. And, you want to make this according to the size of journals you typically make. So this piece that I have is 5 by 7. But you can start with any size you want. The size of this back piece is, ooh, look at that, I'm getting fingerprints everywhere. The size of this back piece really dictates the size of all the other pieces involved. So that was fun. I want to keep doing that now. So, I don't know, maybe I will get out the jelly thingy and see about doing some stuff. I got all these pretty colors from this Waverly Chalk So, yeah, I got, let's see, what did I get? I got Ballet Slipper, which is a really pale, pretty, looks like a pretty pink. I got Maze, which is a kind of a really pastel-like yellow. I got Scallon, which is a really pastel green. Peacock, which is that beautiful blue color. Pool, which is a very light blue. Pumpkin, which is, well, you guessed it. Pumpkin. Although, I don't know, I haven't opened the bottle yet, but the color that I'm seeing is more of a muted orange rather than a bright, very antique-y looking type color. So, and I got Lacquer, which, you know, is kind of a raspberry, I would say, and white. So, yeah. Not that that has anything to do with today's project, but... Okay, so here's our other pieces. Okay, so you need 2 pieces for tags. So that's why, you know, that main one that we just painted will dictate the size of these. So you want these to be a little bit smaller than what the back piece is. So my piece is 7 inches. Let me double check that. Yeah, 7 inches tall. So this tag is 6 inches tall. And then it is 3 inches wide. My second tag is about 4 1/4, a little bit more than 4 1/4, and 2.5 inches. So, you know, you can make these any size you want to, but the point is that the second tag, the smaller one, lets some of this tag show through. And then you have another piece that's going to be the length, width-wise, of your main page, like this. So this is 5 inches. And then the width can be really anything you want it to be. And then another little tag here. Again, this can be any number of sizes. Okay, so I will show you a couple that I have already done. So maybe you'll have a better idea of where we're going. Okay, so here's one of them. And this is the back sheet that I painted on this one. And then here's the first larger tag and the smaller tag. And then we have this little guy that holds everything in. And then we have this belly band type of thing that comes together. So there's one. And the other one I put in our idea book. Where is it? Aha, there it is. So this one is, you know, totally different. And yet, you know, it's the same thing. So here's the back card and their belly band, and this is the panel that holds everything down with like a hidden paper clip thing. So I'll show you that. And then the belly band with the tie and the 2 tags. So yeah. And then I have a little dangle on this one. And I wasn't sure about gluing it into the idea book, so I just paper clipped it for now. But this idea book that we made a couple videos ago is really is really great. I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. And, you know, being that it's ring bound, you can increase the pages. And, yeah. These pages are working really good. They are cardstock that has been folded in half to create just a really strong page to hold, you know, the weight of, you know, having these different elements on both sides. So yeah, that's working out really well. That's a plan that actually came together, and I'm just thrilled with it. So let's see, this is our belly band. So I just want to see, is there some way of getting, I think right there. I think right there. Okay. So I am going to take some glue stick here and just make sure you get the edges really well. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to my studio. I hope you're having a great week. Okay, so now here's the problem. Trying to get this in the right spot. Oh, this will probably not turn out wonderfully. But we're just going to go for it. See what happens. This was kind of a harder thing for me to have picked to work with. I did that one I did earlier that I just showed you. That paper was really easy because it was an all-over design. So, you know, you keep that in mind too. It's an all-over design. You don't have to worry about placement, you know. Okay, so that's not bad. We pretty much captured what I wanted to. That's the belly band. This is that little tag that's going to hold everything together. Ooh, that's cute right there. Okay. Oops. Oh, now what did I want to do? Okay, this way. Okay. Oh, am I? Oops, I'm off frame. I'm sorry. Out of the picture. Out of the picture. Oh, no, no. Oh. Too many things on my desk. Okay. There we go. Cut that out. I find that, you know, gluing it down and then just cutting out around it is a lot easier than having two separate pieces the same size and trying to glue them, you know, together so they match up. I just find that to be extremely difficult. Okay, now, uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, So now we got our tags. And, you know, I'm kind of thinking about the layering. And let's see. That would be nice there, huh? Yeah, why not? Not gonna take all day. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. And there's a lot in there still. I hate that. You know, you throw away. It's got a lot of product still in there. That's what's annoying. There's a lot of product still in there, but it's very difficult to get it out. I've tried in the past, and oh, it's just a mess. You know, you get glue everywhere. But, gee. You'd think they, I don't know, find a way to deliver all the product, you know, but you know, you find that with a lot of other things too. Makeup, for one. It's very annoying. So they have these bottles that, you know, pump out or whatever, and they stop when there's still quite a bit of product still in there, and it's like, I am not throwing this away. Boy, this glue stick really grabs quickly. You don't have any wiggle room to move something around just a skosh. Awesome. Okay, we got our last one here. So this is gonna, you know, be on top of this one. So do we want more like that? Oh, where that bee is, that would be awesome. I wonder if we can figure this out. Let's see. Oh, gee, I can't even tell. Wait a minute. Let me hold it up to the light. Excuse me for a minute. I know I'm off of frame now. But I had to hold that up to the light to be able to see where to put that. Okay. Yeah, using paper like this is a little bit more challenging. Hopefully, in the end, the result will be worth it. Okay, there's my mark. course, you can always make this using, you know, plain paper, and then, you know, just do a lot of decorating and embellishing too. That's, you know, another way to go as well. There, we got the little bee. Isn't that cute? Okay, so get rid of this. That is awesome. Okay, I need do I have, oh, let's see here. I got a whole bunch of inks. Lilac. That might work out well. Oh, what am I using for those? Well, there's a color that might work out well. Okay. So, let's see, what color is this? Oh, I think that's going to be great. All right. So, what I want to do, actually, is, this is dry, so I want to round corners. Use the 7. You don't have to round corners. It's that's just a design decision. I prefer the rounded corners myself, so I typically do that. Yeah, I got one of these punches where you make those little reinforcement discs. You know, you can punch it out of paper and make those reinforcement discs. And I have ordered 2 from Amazon, and neither one of them work. The one I opened up and all these parts just kind of fell out of the packaging. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem right. And so I returned that and asked for a replacement because I really want, you know, that little item. And so the replacement came with just in a couple of days, which was awesome. And the replacement doesn't work. I don't know what's wrong with it. No pieces fell out of the packaging or anything, but when I put a piece of paper into it, it doesn't do it. So that's very, very discouraging. I have no idea what's wrong with these things. Don't know if it's the same company that I'm buying from or not. I mean, you know, you're buying from the Amazon platform, but Amazon isn't the one selling it, you know. So, yeah. I have learned that I need to be careful with who I'm buying from on Amazon. If you get it, you know, if it says Amazon is the seller or Amazon is the shipper, then you have a little bit better experience than if it shows that some other company is shipping it and stuff. Yeah, you don't have as good of a outcome if you have to return something. They were offering free pickup at your home for returns, free UPS pickup. That was so nice because, well, for me, you know, with my mobility issues, it just made life a lot easier. I have no way of you know, getting out of the car and walking into a UPS store, you know. So, yeah, it made my life a whole lot easier, but I haven't found that to be offered anymore. So, I don't know. I suppose, you know, Amazon isn't making, you know, enough billions of dollars a day. You know what I mean? So, anyway, let's move on. All right, so with this back piece, what we want to do is we want to cut a slit, because this is going to be that hidden paper clip. And actually, we need to put something on here. So, I kind of, well, actually, it doesn't have to look nice at all. It doesn't have to look nice at all. No one's ever going to see it. But, you know. So, I am going to get a paper clip. Now you want to get a paper clip that, you know, is suitable for the size that you're doing. You know, you might want this bigger size. It just depends on the size you're going for, but I think this size will be just fine. And let's see. I can't. Oops, sorry. I can't see. This will help. Okay, so. I'm just going to try and trace around here. See, this is what you have to do. If you don't just glue it down and then trim around, you've got to do all this fiddly stuff. I personally would rather just, you know, take a larger piece, glue it down, and then trim around. But oops. Okay, so now we want to put this paper clip on. I usually put the smaller part of the paper clip to the inside, and then the longer part to the outside, and then you just want to glue this down like this. Make sure that's right side up. Okay, so. And make sure you get your paper clip in the position you want it to be in. Okay. Let's see. You know, it seems like when I do it this way, I rarely get it to be the right size. Always something seems to show. And this is no exception. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to, where's my, just gonna go like this around here. just so if there's anything showing, you know, any white from the paper or whatever, just make sure it's covered. There we go. Okay, so now what we want to do is we need to slice a little slit in here for our paper clip to go down into. Now you could just do it, well, you know what? Just because that's how I saw it was done doesn't mean we have to do it that way. We could just slide that down like that. Why not? Why should we do all that other stuff? Now I'm questioning the whole design of that. Maybe this was down farther. That could be. Maybe this was down farther and that's why. See, like with this one I did. This is down a little farther, so the slit is right here where the paper clip comes through. But it doesn't have to be. It could be just like that if you don't want to, you know, fuss about with it. Okay, so the other thing that we could do, actually before that, is, oh, hang on. That back on. All right, is if you want to sew around these, you can take it to your sewing machine and do that at this point. This is what I've done, and what I've seen done is that if you have one of those stamps that looks like sewn, you know, a sewn thing, you can use that. I think I used that on that first one that I made. But if you just take a pen or marker or whatever and just go down around it making little dashes, it actually ends up looking not too bad. At least I think so. Of course, it's not the same thing as sewing, and it doesn't give the texture that sewing would give. But if you don't have a sewing machine, or you don't want to use your sewing machine for paper and stuff, this is a good alternative to get that same effect. And it takes a little bit of time. You don't want your dashes to be all exact. Vary the length a little bit. So that's, you know, right up my alley, because I couldn't do them all the same if I tried. So there. That's not so bad, is it? Don't mind that at all. So we can do the same thing with these. Gonna have to let this dry, I think, a little bit on this paper. Oh. Well, yesterday was such a pretty day. It was sunny and, you know, somewhat warm. I think it was low 50s. And yeah, it was glorious. I actually got out the big scooter and went over to the local grocery store and actually did some grocery shopping. First time in a while. that I've been able to do that, so that was fun. Okay, so that's dry. All right, so we're gonna put that right there, and slip this one up underneath there so that kind of holds it. And the second one up there. I did make these out of, this is kind of like chipboard. Thin. It's not real thick chipboard, but it is chipboard. So it is a lot more sturdy than what it would have been if it was just, you know, the scrapbook paper, cardstock, or you wouldn't want to do this from copy paper. You know, cardstock might be okay, but definitely not just copy paper. Okay, this one is going to go across kind of like there. And, oh, that's cute because you see the little bee. So, what I want to do is, this might be a little bit thick actually for doing this. Half inch. Yeah, this might be a little bit too thick for what we're doing here. I probably should have just used the scrapbook paper. Yeah, we'll see. Oops. Just don't think this thick paper or thick material is going to lend itself very well to wrapping around. That's my only concern here. Oh, yeah, that's tough. Okay, let's get this out. See if we can push that down. Yeah, that's really tough. So you might want to think about the material you're using, especially for this belly band element anyway. Because this is really tough. And it's starting to crack. That's unfortunate. You never know when paper's gonna do that. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to just, you know, do a little trim on these wings. Okay, now what we want to do is find the middle. So that's not quite, it's not quite 4. I'm just measuring this part now that it's folded, and yeah, it's not quite 4, so I think right there might be okay. And if it's important, we get out the cutter. And getting this right is important. So, put that in there. Make sure everything is straight. There we go. And let's see how this works. So it goes like this. and like this. Yay, that works. Sweet. That's too bad. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. Well, that's upsetting, isn't it? You know, you go through all the work of making something nice, and then the paper cracks. It's folded. So I'm just rounding the edges again. This is a design decision. You know, you can do that or not do that. Oh, come on. What is wrong with these things? Oh my God. That is not pretty. You see, the problem is you can't take these apart at all to clean them. See, that's what's missing on that one I bought. It's not going down through holes like that. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's very disappointing though, because I really did want to get a way to make my own reinforcements. You know, I thought, oh, that would be nice, but tried 2 of them now, and neither one works, so I'm not sure. Okay, so now we want to, where are we? We want to get in our holes. Now you can put an eyelet or not. That's up to you as well, and whether you have the stuff to do that with. So, all right, so this is, I think I just want to put 2. So this is 2 1/4. That would be the middle. Okay, so then I want 1/2 inch there, and then 1/2 inch there. Okay. Oops. Got it on myself. Alright, and so this one would be 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. Awesome. Okay. Get out the big dog here. All right. Now I'm making bigger holes because I don't have very many things for smaller holes as far as the eyelets go. So that's why I'm doing the bigger ones, but you know, you can do whatever size you want or whatever you have the ability to do. And like I said, you can put in eyelets or not. I mean, this paper is very sturdy, so it really wouldn't need eyelets. Okay. But I have these really pretty lavender colored ones that I got for that journal project where I used that paper. So Of course I want to use them. They're quite big. But oops. Why does this keep doing that? That's awesome. I found the best setting for this too, just by accident. I don't think it's the setting they tell you to use. Oh, I got 3 colors here. I did not even know that. Three variations of colors, so I need to get the same ones. Or I suppose you could use different ones. That one I did, I used a combination of blue and white ones. Oops. There we go. Awesome. Oh my goodness, that's just so great. Quite pleased with myself. Oh, maybe that goes this way. You know, you would think this gizmo would fit in its own storage thing better than it does. Seriously, it's like it's not made for it, but it is. Okay. So that one goes there, this one goes here, and it just goes like this. So we want to get these lined up. So they're going to be in the same spot. Just mark where the bottom is there. Okay. And we're going to glue these down. Glue these little flaps down. Yeah, using that thicker card chipboard or whatever it is wasn't the best thing to do for the belly band element. Everything else works out just fine, but the belly band element, that is a little bit too thick for that. So, you know, note. And my making that faux pas means that you don't have to. Yours can turn out perfect the first time. You know, a heavier paper for this background, this back sheet, would probably be good, but the rest of the pieces really don't need to be that heavy duty. There we go. I wonder if I can run some glue along here, and I don't know. Paper to set down, and I could run some ink over that and it'll probably be okay. I hate it when that happens. You just never know when it's going to. Some paper does that, some paper doesn't. Okay. I've let that good and dry. Probably, there we go. Okay. All right, let's see what we have as far as string or twine or, ooh, there we go. So we want to get out enough. enough. There's never enough. Okay. All right. If you hear that beeping in the background, which I'm pretty sure you can, that is just the dishwasher making a big production over the fact that it's done. I hate that thing. I hate that thing. I hate that thing. You know, one little beep when you're done, okay, that's fine. But to carry on and carry on and carry on, you know, is just ridiculous. I hate that dishwasher, and it's a Bosch too, which, you know, when I bought the house, it was here, and I thought, oh, that's a good brand. Well, between it, you know, it'll that beeping sound will go off all day long until you actually open the door. It's just annoying. But other than that, I mean, it's like the people that designed it didn't know the size of cookware and stuff. You know, it is just, it's just stupid. And none of the, you know, the little things that stick up, none of them adjust. None of them will lay down if you want it to lay down or anything like that. They're, you know, they're in there solid. So you can't change the layout, as it were, at all. So that's great if you have a bunch of dishes and not very many cooking you know, pots and pans and what have you, you know. But if you have pots and pans and stuff, well, trying to get those in there with those things that are sticking up, and you know, there's just a little bit of room in between them. So a pan does not slide in there, or a skillet. There's not enough room for a skillet to, you know, slide into those. It's just, God, it's just annoying. And it's like, people that design these things really should, you know, have some prototype pots and pans to, you know, figure this stuff out. Okay, so I'm going to just trim off the excess. And there we have it. Isn't that cute? What do you think? And then you put it in your journal. So we will take out our little idea book. I love this thing, I'll tell you. And if something doesn't work out, you guys know I tell you when something's a failure. But this is awesome. This is working out really well. And see, I have those little reinforcements that I bought, you know, and they're white, and I tried to color them a little bit, but, you know, that's why I wanted one of those punches that I can make my own out of whatever paper I want. So you put it in your journal like this, right? And you can glue it down all around and just glue this down totally. Or you could glue it on 3 sides and leave this as kind of a, you know, a secret tuck or something like that. Or on the top, you know, depending on how much room you have, how big you make this. So, you know, if you make this smaller, see, now this pretty much covers up my page. If you make it smaller, then you could have a you know, a top pocket or a side tuck or whatever, you know. Or make it the size of your journals and just, you know, fill up the whole page, which this is pretty, isn't it? I like that a lot. I like this back being solid. But there's the other one I made. It's got the little dingle dangly on it. And then here's this one that I made. I'm not liking this very much. But yeah, the rest of it I really like. I don't really care for that. I didn't have the right color ink. That's the problem. I needed more of this color, and I don't have that color. So anyway, but this is the one where I changed the eyelets. So here I have 2 white and a blue, and here I have 2 blue and a white. And yeah, so there we are. So I hope you enjoyed this idea. It's a lot of fun to make. And like I said, you could sew or not sew. You could do faux sewing, or not do anything at all. You know, just ink around it. And then this one I didn't do. I did do faux stamping on here, if you can see it. It's very, very light. But I used one of those stamps that looks like it's been sewn. It's very, very light though, so it's hard to see. Oh, and I did it around this one too. So this is not the part of it. That's just a paper clip to hold this in the book, because I wasn't sure about gluing it down. So yeah, that's not part of it. That has a secret or a hidden thing. So anyway, that's so pretty. Anyway, so thanks for joining me, guys. Please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and let everyone know what you're working on. That would be awesome. And until next time, take care of you, love each other, and I'll see you again. Bye.